Hi, my name's Abby Forcier from Realize Learning, and today I wanted to talk about reading with ADD. So there are four big areas that I'm going to address: environment, motivation, comprehension, stamina. But in this video, I'm just going to be talking about environment because that's kind of the foundation for getting yourself set up for reading. So there's three topics I want to talk about. One is just your general area, your environment being like the physical environment. Another area is noise. And a third area I want to talk about is body and your position when you're reading. So when we are reading in a space that has a lot of either commotions, distractions, whether those be fun or not so fun, or just, a lot of things we notice that are on our task list. We look around and we see there's mess or there's things that need to get done. It can be really disruptive for focus. So one of the things I recommend people doing when they're going to sit down and read is finding a peaceful space. So you may want to create a reading nook or just an area of your home where you keep it very clean and organized, and it's a space that you've made to be very soothing for yourself and has minimal distractions. So if you are somebody who struggles with, as I do, with looking around at my area and noticing all these things I could be doing and all of the lost productivity as I'm trying to get started with reading, having a space where none of those distractions can kind of enter your mental space is a really good thing to set up for yourself. Another thing that you might find helpful to include in that space is having fidgets. If you're somebody who likes to have that kind of stimulation, having like a little collection of fidgets to use while you're reading. And also I recommend that in addition to getting rid of physical distractions would be having your phone turned off. So that seems obvious, but once we get started reading and you start hearing notifications or your phone's nearby and it's very alluring, it can disrupt the whole reading process. So the other area on my list was noise, which also could be considered part of the distraction and area idea I was just talking about. But noise, I have two ideas about that. One is that some people actually really enjoy having noise while they're trying to read, and some people really don't like it. So if you're somebody who really enjoys having some sort of background noise, you may want to get yourself a white noise machine or have some instrumental music playing. I myself find it incredibly distracting when I'm listening to music with lyrics. I don't know if you found this to be true for yourself, but as you're trying to read words, you're also listening to the words in the song, and those kind of cross paths. So if you are going to listen to music and you do find that tends to have a level of distraction for you, you may consider trying instrumental music. And then if you're not someone who likes noise, having noise canceling headphones could be a great option for you, because even just the environmental sounds, maybe the washer's running or, the dryer or just people walking around, even those very tiny audio disruptions can really have a big impact when you have ADD. So you may explore having some noise canceling headphones. The third idea that I wanted to talk about was body position. So for some people, sitting in a chair can actually promote, that sort of like uncomfortable, back posture and fidgeting and wiggling. So for some people, sitting in a chair is great. And it's, really, gets them in the headspace to sit and do work. And for other people, it's actually, it induces that kind of like wiggling and fidgeting sensation. So you may think about getting a bouncy ball. So a large inflated like yoga ball that you can sit on and kind of have some like up and down motion to help calm you if you like that sort of stimulation. You may think about a spinny chair that could also go terribly wrong. So, I think of a kid on a spinny chair and just going in circles. So you'd kind of have to decide if that's the right sitting position for you. But some people like something where they can kind of sway back and forth on that spinny chair. Another thing I like to do for my students is to put it's like an exercise band, and I put it on the two front legs of the chair so that they can kick that exercise band, and it's just a nice fidget for your feet. Another thing that I see a lot of people using is like a desk treadmill to keep them in motion while they're reading. It actually improves focus. And then another option would be laying down. Some people actually like to be laying down to read, and that's more comfortable for them and allows their body to kind of calm down and focus. So those are some things I would say about body position. And then just a side note that goes along with thinking about your body in the moment while you're reading would be just making sure that you are satiated. So you're not thirsty, you're not overtired, you're not hungry. So maybe that means having like a bottle of water and a snack nearby, or getting those things sorted out before you sit down to read. So hopefully those are helpful in terms of setting up your reading environment when you have ADD, and I wish you happy reading.